Before we even begin, I want you to notice something. You're here. You chose to show up today, even if it's just to watch a presentation. That matters more than you think. Mark Twain once said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." And you just did. Most people have goals, but they keep waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The moment you decide to move, that's the perfect moment. So let's begin. Here's a lie we've all believed at some point, that we need to be ready, skilled, or confident before we begin. But Zig Ziglar got it right. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Think about learning to swim. Nobody stepped into the pool for the first time and did perfect laps. You splashed around. You swallowed water. You grabbed the wall. But eventually, you floated. And then you swam. Every expert you admire was once a complete beginner who simply refused to quit. We live in a world of instant results. Fast food, fast internet, fast everything. So when growth feels slow, we assume something is wrong. But Confucius knew the truth over 2,000 years ago. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Think of a plant. You water it every day. You don't see much. Then one morning, it has leaves. Then flowers. It was growing the whole time, you just couldn't see it yet. Your consistency is the water. Trust the process even when the results aren't visible. Most of us were taught that failure means something is wrong with us. But Thomas Edison, the man who gave us the light bulb, said it best: "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine a chef in the kitchen. The first dish burns. The second is too salty. The third, finally, is perfect. Was burning that food a failure? Or was it just learning what not to do? Every setback you face is the universe giving you information. It's telling you, not this way, try another. The only real failure is when you stop trying to find the way. Henry Ford built one of the most successful companies in history, and he understood one fundamental truth: whether you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Your brain works like a search engine. If you type in "I can't do this," your mind immediately starts looking for all the reasons why. And it finds them. But the moment you shift the question to "how can I do this," that same brain starts hunting for solutions. The words you say to yourself are not just thoughts. They are instructions. Choose them carefully. One of the most expensive things in life is regret. And regret almost always sounds like, "I wish I had started sooner." Warren Buffett said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." You might feel like you're too late. Too old. Too far behind. But the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. You cannot go back. But you can start. Right now. The version of you 10 years from now will either thank you, or wish you had. Jim Rohn said something that should make all of us pause and look around: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who complains all the time, and slowly, you started complaining more too? Or spent time with someone energetic and motivated, and left feeling like you could take on the world? That's not coincidence. That's how humans are built. We absorb the energy, habits, and thinking of the people closest to us. Take a look at your 5 closest people. Are they pulling you up, or holding you back? Diamonds are just carbon. The same carbon in a pencil, until it spends millions of years under extreme heat and pressure. And then it becomes something priceless. Confucius understood this about people too: the gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. The hard seasons of your life, the stress, the struggle, the pain, they are not punishments. They are the pressure and heat that turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. What feels like it is crushing you might actually be forming you into something remarkable. Life will throw storms at you. Job loss. Heartbreak. Unexpected setbacks. You cannot stop them. Timber Hawkey put it simply, you can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass. Think about rain. You can't stop it. You can't argue with the clouds. But you can bring an umbrella. You can wear boots. You can choose to dance in it or wait comfortably inside. The storm is the situation. Your response, that is always your choice. When you stop trying to control everything outside you and start managing everything inside you, life becomes a lot more manageable. There is something remarkable about the sun. Yesterday might have been overcast, stormy, cold, and dark. But every single morning, the sun rises again. No apology. No shame. Just light. Buddha taught something similar about people, no matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. Yesterday's mistakes do not have to define today's choices. Whatever happened, whatever you did or didn't do, today is a new page. You get to choose what gets written on it. The only person who can decide you don't deserve a fresh start is you. And you'd be wrong. Here's something your body already knows: muscles don't grow during rest. They grow during the workout, specifically when you push past what your body is comfortable doing. Neil Donald Walsh said it perfectly: life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Everything you want, confidence, skill, success, deeper relationships, lives just outside the zone where you feel safe and comfortable. The feeling of being nervous, unsure, or stretched. That's not danger. That's growth. It's your life asking you to expand. Every time you say yes to something uncomfortable, you come out the other side a little bit bigger. Aristotle figured out something over 2,000 years ago that most people still haven't applied today: we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Think about fitness. You don't go to the gym once and walk out with a six-pack. You go again and again and again. The results are built through repetition, not intensity. The same goes for your skill, your relationships, your knowledge. One powerful moment of effort means little. But small consistent efforts compounding over time, that is how extraordinary lives are built. Show up. Even on the days you don't feel like it. Especially on those days. Look at a garden. The sunflowers don't envy the roses. The roses don't compete with the orchids. Every flower just does one thing: it grows toward the light and blooms as fully as it can. Teddy Roosevelt once said that comparison is the thief of joy. And in the age of social media, we've handed that thief a master key. When you spend your energy comparing your progress to someone else's highlight reel, you rob yourself of the joy in your own journey. You are not behind. You are on your own path. The only person worth comparing yourself to is who you were yesterday. Lisa Hayes said something that should stop you in your tracks: be careful how you are talking to yourself, because you are listening. Here's a simple test. Think about the last time you made a mistake. What did you say to yourself? Was it something encouraging, or was it something you'd never say to a friend? If a friend came to you and said, "I failed again, I'm so stupid, I'll never get this right," you would immediately push back. You'd remind them of how far they've come. You'd encourage them to try again. You deserve that same voice. The conversation you have with yourself every day is the most important conversation of your life. Viktor Frankl survived the horrors of a Nazi concentration camp and came out with a powerful insight. He quoted Nietzsche: "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Think of a parent with a sick child. They will stay up all night, no sleep, no breaks, no complaints. Not because the night isn't hard, but because they know why they are doing it. When your actions are connected to a purpose larger than comfort or convenience, you become capable of far more than you imagined. Ask yourself, what is your why? If you can answer that clearly, the how becomes a detail. Perfectionism is procrastination wearing a disguise. It feels responsible. It feels careful. But often it's just fear of being judged, of failing, of not being enough. Mark Victor Hansen says it plainly: don't wait until everything is just right. It will never be perfect. The first iPhone had no App Store. The first version of Google looked like a school project. Facebook started as a website only Harvard students could use. None of them waited for perfect. They started, chipped, and improved. Your best idea will never leave your head if you keep waiting for the perfect moment. Ship it. Fix it. Grow it. But start. And here we are, at the end. Not because the journey is over, but because it's about to begin. Bryn Brown, one of the most influential researchers on human connection, says something radical in a world that always wants more from you. You are enough. You have enough. You do enough. Right now, not when you get the promotion, lose the weight, finish the degree, or have everything figured out. You are already enough. A seed doesn't apologize for not being a tree yet. It already holds everything it needs to become one. And so do you.